Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this time we're going to take a look at the Dark Knight Rises Movie Masters series. And because I am so behind on this, these figures are like totally old news by now, I figured I'd just do kind of one overview video instead of doing individual reviews of each figure from the waves. There's plenty of good reviews out there of these figures from plenty of good people. So if, for some reason you're watching this and you're still curious about a particular figure, go check out some other reviews. But I just wanted to give my opinion of the figures overall, and most importantly, the Batsignal! The whole reason why I collected these figures in the first place. Because honestly, the only figure I wanted from this whole collection here was Ra's al Ghul. Or Ra's al Ghul, whatever. I personally still like to call him Ra's, but I know it's technically supposed to be Ra's, so. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the character, and I really did like. I'm a big fan of Liam Neeson, and I really did like his portrayal in the films. I thought, it wasn't really the classic Ra's al Ghul or anything, but it was an interesting twist, or not really a twist, but interesting portrayal in Christopher Nolan's world that he's created of this more realistic sort of Batman. So I did really like that, and so I wanted the figure just because it's cool. It looks like Liam Neeson, and hey, why not? So. But then I got him, and, I saw some people's reviews of the Batsignal, and I was like, I really need to get that. That's really awesome. But I didn't want to buy all these figures, because I'm not a huge fan of Movie Masters, for, like, a couple of reasons. One, I prefer the comic figures. Two, why did they make the Movie Masters figures in, like, a 5-inch scale instead of a 6-inch scale? Anyone? But I started seeing some sales on the figures, like dropping down to like $10 a figure or something, and that was even after a while. Like I got my Ra's al Ghul on sale, I got my John Blake on sale, even after they had started to go up to like sky high prices on eBay. So I was like, you know what, I'll just jump in and I'll do it because I want this Batsignal. So I bought everyone that I could on pretty much on sale. I got good prices on everyone, and then I didn't get Alfred, and he was out of stock everywhere. He was not going on sale anywhere. And so I was just watching on eBay month after, like, week after week, whatever. I was starting to get into month after month, and I did not want to pay $30. I did not want to pay $35, $40, whatever. And my goal was to try and keep it toward retail, maybe 20, 25, something like that. And I watched and I bid, and I kept getting outbid, and finally, this one that I won, I admit I paid a little more than I wanted to. I think I paid about $26, more than I wanted to. That's like 10 over retail, but it was totally worth it to just finally finish the Batsignal, which is really, really awesome. So, yeah, I'm just gonna give like a quick overview, I guess, of the figures, like my opinions on each of them. I'm not going to do like a full-out review, like I said, so I'll just go like one by one and just tell you what I think, and as I do that, I'll pull them away from the camera and lead up to the Batsignal last. So, yeah. First, just as an overall set of figures, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little collection. If you're a big fan of the movies, well, movie really, I mean, it is Dark Knight Rises specific, this particular, set, then it's totally for you. If you're a huge Batman fan, you collect like everything Batman, go for it. Well, I'm sure you have already, but worth having. So yeah, I'll just go one by one, like I said, and I'll start with Batman. And I am not a fan of the Movie Masters Batman, whether it's Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, whatever. I'll be honest and say I'm just not a fan of the suit in the movie, really, in the figure. I think that, I know Chris Nolan's series is supposed to be like all about realism, and like everything's just, it's supposed to put Batman into this world where it can seem really, really real. And so he's got like an armored suit, totally like armor, and I'm just not a fan. So that's how I feel about this suit. Like, I don't like seeing it as like completely armored with all this detail and these panels and things. But that's just my opinion. No big deal. But for what it is, the figure didn't, they did a nice job with the figure for what the character looks like in the film. Granted, this is just a re-release of the Dark Knight figure, repaint, with the gray or whatever. So no big new thing here. I'm not a fan of the face sculpt. It does look like Christian Bale, or it does look like the Christian Bale face sculpt they made for from the prototype suit. It looks like him, only angry. It really does look like his face in this mask and the cowl. But and this is just a design that I don't like in the movie. For some reason, something just looks off about the cowl. Maybe that it wraps around the chin. It makes his head look really like wide and strange. I don't know why. And maybe the eye is showing through again. I have this weird problem. I like when the eyes are whited out, so that might be it. I do like the cape. It's very skinny, so it's an interesting take, but it's nice and flexible. It's not pegged into the back. Oh, yes it is. Never mind. Well, boo on that. But anyway, that's Batman. Bane, I really, really like this figure. As a representation of Bane from the film, I think it's excellent. Head sculpt looks great. Details on the chest are okay, and they're completely missing on the backside underneath the coat. So if you want to take the coat off, he's not going to have his details. A lot of people like to take the coat off and swap out the arms for the Toys R Us exclusive Bane and have him shirt in the vest alone, and that causes a problem. Here you have to add your own detail into the back, so it's kind of lame, but otherwise it's a very nice sculpt overall. I love the pants with the padding and the pockets and the boots. I love the boots. He dropped down to $5 on Walmart, and I was like, could I use them for a custom at all? And then I was like, nah. But if they drop them back down to $5 and still have more, I'll probably pick up one or two just to have in the fodder bin, because really cool legs. And great jacket, too. I've seen some people use this for Nick Fury customs. But yeah, overall, really, it looks like Tom Hardy to me. And it's a really nice job. I love the one glove. Great job on that figure. Catwoman. Mattel, come on. I've always kind of complained about female figures for Mattel and Hasbro, for that matter. Way too skinny. Tiny hands, all that, and so Movie Masters in the 5-inch scale, it just gets worse. Like, look at these tiny hands. Look at my finger. Like, whoa. Tiny, tiny hands, tiny, tiny limbs. Crazy. Her whole body just so tiny, like her feet too, and these huge heels, but her foot itself is like this, this thin. But, it doesn't really look like Anne Hathaway to me. Sorry. Doesn't really look like Anne Hathaway. I don't know. Obviously, I have the Goggles Up variant. I'm surprised they didn't just make one version of her that you could kind of slide the goggles down, and flip like she does, but no. So, it's the variant game. She can't move her head back at all because of the hair. So, nice texture on the body, though. So, overall, she's an okay figure, but meh. I'm gonna do Blake next. Just an okay figure again in my book. He's pretty much a typical suited body, but instead of a just suit jacket, he has the police jacket. As others have noted, he has this cord for his walkie-talkie, but it doesn't continue up to the top of it, so that's a little ridiculous. But he's got nice detailing on his little emblem thing for GCPD. The jacket is nice. It has the cuffs, the stretchy cuffs. It looks like a police jacket. Really nice soft rubber. Overall he's a fine figure, but his face sculpt is just not a winner for me. He looks more like George W. Bush than Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Got the, the ears sticking out the side of his head, and his head is just a slight bit too big for his body, I think. So, he looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the eyes, but otherwise not so much. So it's just an okay figure for me. But whatever. So we got Alfred and Raish, and I'm going to do Alfred first. Doesn't look anything like Michael Caine, excuse me. Michael Caine has white hair, not gray hair. Doesn't really look anything like this at all. I don't know. Just looks like some generic old man. And again, I still think his head's a little bit too big for his body, but other than that, he's just a generic suited body. Can you believe how skinny they are under those suit jackets? Yikes. Loose tie, nice tie though. Everything else works for me. It's, you know, it's fine. It's Alfred. I mean, I personally am planning an Alfred. I'd rather make an Alfred comic version of Alfred. But until then, I guess this guy can stand with my collection. Just typical suited body. So what can you say? And last, Ra's al Ghul. I've given him this sword from a dollar store figure. It was some kind of ninja alien. It was totally white before I painted it, and then I painted it and used some marker to give it like a weather-used look. Because I thought he needed some kind of accessory for something. He has this open hand to hold it, and I figured why not give him a sword. And he looks awesome with it, I thought, so. He does come with his mask, which honestly, I sometimes kind of wish, I kind of want to display him with it because his mouth is sculpted in this open pose that so many others have talked about. Why is he looks like he's in the middle of saying something, and a lot of people say they did that on purpose because he talks so much. I mean, he does look like Liam Neeson. Works for me. I like it. I would use it for some kind of custom if I had to make a Liam Neeson figure or whatever. I like it a lot. And if you put the mask on, it covers up his open mouth and looks even more like him. So yeah, it's nice. And again, he has this skinny suited body with a loose tie, all black, very nice, very sleek. And he's got the gloved hands. Look pretty cool too. So he's one of my favorites. Probably him and Bane are my favorites, even though he's just a suited body too. But I'm a fan of the character and the actor. So what can I say? And those are the figures. So lastly, the Batsignal, the real star of the show. I was so excited to get this. I got it 2 nights ago now, I think. Well, I got Alfred, you know, and I put it together, and oh my god. If you followed me on Twitter, you must have seen my tweets that I was freaking out because it wasn't working. Oh my god, everything's going wrong. Somebody tell me if this is normal. And I figured this out. I don't know how I managed to accidentally figure it out, but when I turned mine on, it wasn't working at all. So when I turn this switch on, it doesn't turn on. I have to first turn that switch and then press the button that's underneath here. I'll just click it and then it turns on. Somebody tell me if that's normal or if something's wacky's going on with my Batsignal, but nonetheless it works, so that's all that really matters to me. So just so you know, an overview. It's just, you know, it's a Batsignal. It's got some, you know, dirty fake dirt on it. It looks really nice and worn. Got a piece here. It's just awesome, and it's totally in scale with the figures. I mean, it works. It's actually, like, it works with 6-inch figures as well, so that's really cool. I mean, not that these are practically 6-inch. They're like 5.5-inch probably scale, but yeah. So that's awesome. You could pose like a Gordon. I have my Gordon up on my shelf right now, but would totally work. And on that note, also, I would have loved to pick up the Walmart exclusive Gordon from this Dark Knight Rises line that comes with the broken Batsignal, and he comes with the axe. That would have been awesome, but it's upwards of like almost $100 now on eBay. It's crazy. So, Rob, I know you have that one. You should appreciate that you got it. But yeah, so I'll just give you a little. I mean, I'm sure you all know what the Batsignal looks like, but I love it so much. I'm gonna give you a demo. So, turn off my lights for a second. See if these are enough. Should be good. And then, so I flip this one switch and press it, and yeah. So, totally awesome to have a working Batsignal on this scale. It's just incredible. This was one of the best, if not the best build of something ever, and it's kind of disappointing they haven't done something with the Man of Steel movie masters. I don't know what they would do, but to have done something like this and then not do anything at all, it's kind of sad. I'm sure they could have figured something out. But, yeah, so... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, I don't know what that's about. Somebody let me know if that's normal. But, yeah, guys, so that's just, that's just my general overview and thoughts about the Dark Knight Rises Movie Masters series of figures from 2012, and the Build-A-Batsignal that came with them. Totally love it. Totally love it. Don't even care if I don't even want the figures. It was worth it to get this Batsignal. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, even though this is a bit of old news, but I was just really excited to get my Batsignal and show it. So, yeah. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you in future videos.